We've gotten quite a few requests on this particular video, so I thought, well, let's go ahead and take a moment and show you how to go about customizing the name on our little stitch lamp here. So this is pretty straightforward to do. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. So what we're going to do here, our name is right here. And it's a little bit difficult to see, but it's right here. And maybe what we'll do here, just for simplicity's sake, is maybe we'll go ahead and flip this over. And so we could just look at it, kind of look it straight down. All right, so the first thing that we should do is select our assembly and then come over here. And what we want to do is we want to find the object that is that text. So we should be able to see all of our objects here. And you can see one of them says text right there. So if we go ahead and pull this away, first of all, I want to look at a couple of things. I want to look how thick that is. And you can see it's 1 millimeter thick. Okay, that's interesting. And then we also want to go to the Move tool and we want to see what its current Z height is. So it's 74.5. All right, perfect. So that's pretty good information to have for our next step here. So just kind of remember that, 74.5, and it's 1 mil thick. So our next thing to do is to see, you can see it says it's text, but this is a shape. So we can see, we could just pull that out and take a look at it all by itself. And if we were to all click on this and right click, if this was an actual text shape here inside Bambu, one of our options would be to edit the text. And you can see that's not an option. So therefore, this is not editable. But we're going to make a text shape where it is editable. And what we're going to do here is we're going to alt click on this assembly, and more specifically, that piece of the assembly. Okay, so now we've alt clicked on this, and the reason that we alt clicked on it was because now when we do add a text object, it's automatically going to be attached to the face of the selected object here. So you see that is the front plate of our light. And so when we go to add text, you can see it's right here on this face. So first of all, we'll hit the 2 key, and that will change the color of our text to white. So that it takes care of that. And I don't know, what name do we want to put? We want to put my little girl's name on there. So we could do Harley, and then we could choose a font for Harley. Now, if we want the actual Lilo and Stitch font, I have it, it's called Burka Bird or something like that. I don't know. Burka Bird. Burka Bird, that's what it's called. Now we can use the size option here, or we can scale it. And I prefer just to go ahead and scale it up. If we hit Control 1, we can look straight down at it. And this is sometimes helpful too, if we're looking straight down at it. So again, we're going to select our assembly, go to our text shape, and remember I said if we right click and it's editable, then it would show us edit text. And we can just use our little dot here to move it about. Okay. Now, as soon as we do that, as soon as we move our little yellow dot, you can see it kind of snaps back to the size specified here. So we could go ahead and change this size. And we could just keep manipulating it till we get it to the size we want. So let's try 35. All right, and so that's pretty good. And then again, we can just go ahead and move it top to bottom, left to right here with this little yellow dot. And let's just say that I do like that. Now the thickness, we do want that to be 1. We only want that to be 1 millimeter. All right, so that's it. That is how you go about adjusting it. Now, here's where our problem is. You see that it is sitting proud of our face. It's attached to our face, but it's sitting proud. So we're going to alt click on this, and we'll go to the Move tool, and remember what we were before, 74.5. And so now you can see everything is flush there like it's supposed to be. So now what we can do here is we can simply go ahead and flip this over because we do want it to print face down. So there we go. And I actually want to show you something else too that you can use instead of rotating. What we could do is just select our assembly and click on this option, which is lay on face, and we could pick this face and it would automatically flip it over for us. It does flip it upside down, but at least it does flip it over for you. So it's not important if it is upside down on the build plate. I just prefer it not to be. So let's go ahead and slice it. So now you can see it's been sliced, and if we look at it from below, you can see it does look perfect, just like we want it to be. These little white specks here, those are our seams, so we can turn those off, and you get a better idea of what that's going to print out like. Now, let's go back here to our Prepare tab, and let's go ahead and select this assembly, and come down to the text shape again. And now if we right-click right here, so I'm going to go ahead and save this file like in this revised state, but if we right-click right here, notice that we do have the Edit Text option again. Okay, and now we can come in here. We've already sized it, we've already given it a thickness, etc., etc. So now we've already defined the font. So if I want to change what the text says, for example, I could just do Johnny like that. Now we'll go ahead and accept that. Now here's where the challenge is. You can see Johnny is upside down. Okay, so we select our assembly, go back. So we'll select our assembly, we'll come down to our text shape, we'll go ahead and flip it over, step one, and then we can go ahead and move it as well into position. Now our text shape, if we go to the scale tool, it's at 1, and so it should be sitting at 0.5, half of 1, because we want it sitting on the build plate. Okay, and then we can fine tune exactly its position here. We might be able to look at it from below a little bit better. And so now you can see that yes, we need to be able to slide it over here a little bit more. Maybe slide it down just a touch as well. But now if we slice it, we get the expected result that we're looking to get. So it's really easy to make these little adjustments if you understand how the slicer works a little bit and be able to customize the name on your lamp. So it's that easy and should have no problem printing that out. So that Burka bird, I think I got that font. I think I bought a Lilo and Stitch set of SVG files off of Etsy, and it came with that Burka bird font. So you might look on Etsy and see if you could find a set of Lilo and Stitch SVGs and if it has that font included. So hopefully that helps you out in how to make those edits. And now this file is on our Patreon, so you can go to our Patreon. The link is in the video description below, and you might also want to join our Facebook group. We have free classes every Monday evening on 3D modeling. with Inkscape in Bambu Studio. Sometimes we even use Blender. So you might want to join the Patreon, and then you'll automatically get an email notification with the class link when we do have our classes. If you have something you'd like to see demonstrated or need help with, feel free to drop us an email and maybe we can make you a video as well. So our email and phone number is in the video description below as well. So until next time, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or need one-on-one training or some custom files made for you, this is my contact information, so feel free to reach out via email. You can text me. You could even give me a call. I'd be happy to answer questions or give you more details on the one-on-one training we offer, and as well as if you need custom files made until you are up to speed on how to make them yourself, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to help you with that as well.